Welcome to the series where we play through every Harry Potter game chapter by chapter. If you've been keeping up, you may wonder if there would ever be a point without overlap between any games, with no redundancy. This is that chapter. There are only 2 games covering chapter 13, each adapting different scenes from the book. The 2003 Warthog game covers the early parts of that chapter. The winter holidays are over, with Hermione and the other students returning. Disappointed that they couldn't find information on Nicholas Flamel, even from the restricted book, the 3 students are at breakfast when Harry gets delivered the Nimbus 2000 broom, a package he receives all the way back in chapter 10 of the book. There's yet to be a Quidditch match in this game or the Game Boy Color game. Harry goes to Charms Crest to learn Incendio. This game combines the Bluebell Flames spell of unknown incantation used by Hermione throughout the book, with the regular fire spell of the incantation Incendio. This is probably why Incendio was blue in the PC version too. Conflating these 2 fire spells is a mistake. The book describes the Bluebell Flame spell as having an incantation of multiple words. Incendio creates regular fire, while the other spell has nothing to do with Bluebell flowers. It's merely a colorful description Harry gives of the enchanted blue fire. After making it through a fiery gauntlet, Harry gets to read the Incendio spellbook. Trial by Fire ends with a boss battle against a fully grown venomous tentacula, like the one Sprout showed Harry after the Defendo challenge. This overgrown plant is harder to fight than a troll, but it's not annoying. There's no need to wait for it to get into the right spot. This feels like the game's getting serious. Harry needs to dodge and cast spells while moving to win. After finally triumphing, Harry returns to the Gryffindor common room, where Neville is in another pickle.
What happened?
Leglocker curse. Malfoy.
I met him outside the library. He said he'd been looking for someone to practice that on.
You're worth 12 of Malfoy. The Sorting Hat chose you for Gryffindor, didn't it? And where's Malfoy in stinking Slytherin?
Thanks, Harry. Think I'll go to bed. Do you want the card? You collect them, don't you?
I found him! I found Flamel! Listen to this. Dumbledore is particularly famous for his defeat of the Dark Wizard Grindelwald in 1945, the discovery of the 12 uses of dragon's blood, and his work on alchemy with his partner, Nicholas Flamel. I knew the name sounded familiar.
This scene is straight out of the book. After this in the book, Hermione finds a passage on Flamel in a library book she checked out for light reading, the sole part of this chapter that made it into the film. They find out that Nicholas Flamel is a medieval alchemist who created the Philosopher's Stone, which granted him eternal life and can transmute any material into gold. They realize the stone is what Fluffy the three-headed dog is guarding, and was what Hagrid withdrew from Gringotts Vault 713. Someone had already tried to steal it, with the break-in at Gringotts after the stone had been removed. They deduce that Professor Snape is after the stone now at Hogwarts. In the GBA version, Harry goes through potions with all the Wiggenwood potion ingredients collected. Snape is suspicious of how Harry acquired the Wiggentree bark, the ingredient that he stole last episode from Snape's stores. Harry then attempts charms to belatedly learn Wingardium Leviosa. Harry can move objects with the charm to control pressure plates remotely. In the other event from this chapter in the book, Harry plays his second Quidditch match against Hufflepuff. In the book, Snape acts as a rude referee, with Ron and Hermione on the lookout after Harry's broom being jinxed last time, and Malfoy teases Neville. Though the game is only from Harry's point of view. As Gryffindor's Seeker, he must catch the Golden Snitch again in a much harder match requiring quick turns. In both book and game, Harry and Gryffindor rise to the challenge and win again. In In the book, Harry eavesdrops on Professor Snape and Quirrell talking about the stone in the forest. This conversation was witnessed back in Chapter 9 of the Game Boy Color version, in the third floor hallway at night, close to Fluffy and the magical treasure he guards. Not much has happened this episode in terms of gameplay, but the book's title has finally become relevant with the discoveries made. Next episode, and out the rest until the end of the first story, will yield more substantial videos.